Edmund Kemper's story is one bathed in horror. Growing up in a home filled with tension, he transformed from a troubled boy into one of America's most infamous serial killers. His name sends shivers down spines, conjuring images of brutality and cunning deception. By the time his reign of terror ended, Kemper had etched his name into the annals of criminal history. Kemper's crimes were chillingly calculated. His ability to evade capture while carrying out his heinous acts made him a figure of dark fascination. This essay delves into the mind of Ed Kemper, unraveling the layers of his troubled psyche and exploring the depths of his sinister deeds. Understanding Kemper's background and actions provides critical insights into the complexities of human psychology and the roots of criminal behavior. Edmund Kemper's childhood was marred by instability and abuse. Born on December 18, 1948 in Burbank, California, he was the middle child in a volatile household. His mother, Clarnell Strandberg, was domineering and emotionally abusive. She often belittled him, fostering a deep-seated hatred that would later manifest in horrifying ways. This toxic relationship played a pivotal role in shaping Kemper's troubled psyche. From a young age, Kemper exhibited disturbing behaviors. He was fascinated by death and dismemberment, often engaging in cruel acts towards animals. These early signs of psychological disturbance were largely ignored or misunderstood by those around him. His parents' turbulent relationship further compounded his emotional turmoil, leading to feelings of isolation and anger. Kemper's intelligence was apparent from an early age, with an IQ that tested above average. However, his intellectual abilities were overshadowed by his growing psychological issues. As he entered adolescence, these unresolved issues began to fester, setting the stage for the violent actions that would follow. At the age of 15, Kemper committed his first murders. In a shocking act of violence, he shot and killed his grandparents. This brutal crime marked the beginning of his descent into darkness. Kemper later claimed that he killed his grandmother to see what it felt like, and his grandfather to prevent him from discovering the crime. Following the murders, Kemper was committed to the Atascadero State Hospital, a maximum security facility for the criminally insane. During his time there, he was diagnosed with paranoid schizophrenia. Despite his diagnosis, Kemper's high intelligence allowed him to manipulate the system. He became a model inmate, gaining the trust of the hospital's staff, and even assisting in the administration of psychiatric tests. Kemper's time at Atascadero provided him with valuable insights into the workings of the human mind. After 5 years, he was released on parole, deemed rehabilitated by the authorities. Upon his release, Kemper moved back in with his mother, reigniting the toxic relationship that had plagued his childhood. Kemper's early brushes with violence and his subsequent release highlighted the flaws in the system and the dangers of underestimating his cunning nature. In the early 1970s, Kemper embarked on a killing spree that would earn him the moniker the Co-Ed Killer. He targeted young female hitchhikers, luring them into his car under the guise of offering a safe ride. Once inside, they were at the mercy of a cold-blooded predator. His methods were brutal. He would often strangle or shoot his victims before sexually assaulting their corpses. The gruesome nature of his crime sent shockwaves through the community. Kemper's ability to blend in with society was a key factor in his evasion of law enforcement. Standing at 6 feet 9 inches tall, he was an imposing figure, yet he managed to appear non-threatening and even charming to his victims. His high IQ and deep understanding of human psychology enabled him to meticulously plan and execute his crimes, leaving little evidence behind. The horror of Kemper's crimes was compounded by the post-mortem mutilation of his victims. He would often decapitate them and in some instances engage in acts of necrophilia. As the body count rose, fear gripped the community. Despite the mounting evidence, Kemper remained elusive, evading capture through his calculated actions and understanding of police procedures. Kemper's killing spree came to an end in April 1973, when he turned himself in to the authorities. In a startling display of calmness, he confessed to the murders, providing chillingly detailed accounts of his actions. His decision to confess was driven by a desire for notoriety and a twisted sense of relief. Kemper's cooperation with law enforcement was unprecedented, as he willingly divulged the intricacies of his crimes and the motivations behind them. During his confession, Kemper spoke with a disturbing level of detachment. His lack of remorse and clear articulation of his deeds shocked investigators. Kemper's willingness to aid the authorities in understanding his psyche provided valuable insights into the mind of a serial killer. His high IQ and articulate nature made him a unique subject of study for criminal psychologists. Kemper's psychological insights have had a lasting impact on criminology. His detailed confessions and cooperation with the FBI contributed to the development of modern criminal profiling techniques. His crimes have been depicted in numerous films, documentaries, and TV shows, most notably in the Netflix series Mindhunter. Kemper's legacy serves as a stark reminder of the darkness that can reside within the human mind and the importance of understanding and addressing psychological disturbances before they manifest in violence.